And good morning, people. Welcome back to Blue Reflection. Missions for free time. That's exactly what we're doing. We seem to be doing this a lot more than just getting on with the story, doesn't it? And we're still only with 2 upgrade points, or growth points. Would have thought I would get at least 1 more by now, but I suppose not. Anyways, we're hanging out with Sarissa first, and going to the convenience store. Alright, and study seriously. I did say we were going to, so let's go and do that. More Japanese language class. Doesn't seem to be doing anything for me, that, so really I'm going to focus the rest on lunch plans. Did that give us any follow-up with Sarissa? No, it didn't. Okay. Since that's the case, let's just dive straight on into our missions. This one's a little bit sneaky. You can't really make out a whole lot from the backing of this here. You just sort of have to be aware of who is new in the room. Picking up the pieces, and it looks like we're going to the fear zone. Combined with a little bit of sorrow, because why not? Since it's picking up the pieces, I can really just go full out and just hit everything before doing what the mission says. And I am seeing 5, so we don't need to change zones. Okay, let's get started. Okay, that's that done. Nothing too dangerous, really. The Roman big enemy, the Terror Entombed, is it? No, the Fear Casket. That one did take a little bit more of a effort, but nothing that really was a major challenge. But just going around picking up the pieces as we're meant to be doing this mission. There's 5, so no zone change, and we can just head out. So that one's done. Nothing new? Nope, doesn't look like it. So we've only got one mission left that I can see happening. We've had a lot show up, so I don't think we're going to get any more. But since we're just literally right next to her, Akko? Sure. Off to the station we go. A photo booth. Haven't been to this one too often, have we? Who's going to show up today for lunch? Ah, Fumio. Yep, her thoughts are being broadcast again. MP increase for that, sure. Definitely seems that lunch plans is the way to go. But that's that done. Without an upperclassman, if there's nothing more with Fumio, but there is, so let's go and do that first. Sorry, it's with Akko, isn't it? It just went Fumio with the lunch plans. Yeah, still only on 2 points. That's... I want on to at least one more still. Good for her. But what's it about? Apparently she's wanting to sort of just be herself. I wonder what her dad and grandma think about that. No, Grandma is for Mio again. For her, it's Rockstar Dad, isn't it? Yeah, just her dad. What? Still, I wonder what what her dad is actually thinking about it. Does he actually know? I wouldn't be surprised if he does, just because he seems like the person who takes interest in what Akko is actually doing. No fragment, sorry, no growth point, but a fragment nonetheless. Miss Popular increases ether gauge after skill use. Very useful, very, very useful. Okay, so yeah, let's just move on and school store. Actually, is there any item I can pick up, or have I already done this? Yeah. Yeah, everything moves on. Sorrow Zone. I'm sure this is going to come about and we can always catch up in the future. More humid than normal, which means there's likely going to be some fear, anger aspects in there, and I think I can see some. Sorrow and anger seem to go together. There's also a bit of joy aspects here, or is that normal for the Sorrow Zone? Huh. Anyways, let's start out with all these enemies. Okay, so we've got 2 Tear Banes to defeat here. Yeah. Simple enough, there's one here and one down at the stationary spot. So yeah, let's get involved. This is likely going to be the stronger one, yeah. With a couple of slaughter vigilances. Still unlikely to pose too much of an issue. And this should be the end of it. One thing Lime's still missing, in my opinion, is a skill that actually hits everyone for pierce damage. I have the area of effect one, I don't have the all attack one, which would be useful. We've got a couple of discussed craniums here. Yeah, they're strong against heart damage, but really That's there for the increased spoils right now, more than the damage, even though the damage is extremely good still. It's Great Wave is actually still finishing some fights in one hit. Not all of them. Definitely not the bigger fights, but some of the smaller ones, yeah, it's still that effective. Yeah, you've you've likely still got their contact. Get in contact with them. So that's all of the missions done. Our last bit of interactions, our last hangout, is going to be with Yuri. Um, we started it out with her. We're still working towards building up her feeling gauge, since we've only just gained her as a supporter. Let's invite her along a little bit more. Theatre it is. I think we're going with the sci-fi, especially with Yuri. Heck, with the way her mind is, she's probably going to think up some ideas about how things work. Welcome to the world of movies. Ah, Rika today. In her school outfit rather than her running outfit. Speed, sure. So now that we've got the necessary points, really it's just let's report the activity, and that gives me the growth points the growth point that I wanted. Took a bit, but yeah. Attack 20. Sure. This actually gives me a skill I've sort of been wanting. Very tall. Revives a fallen ally. Again, I've said it before. If the enemies, if my allies are down, the fight's going a bit out of the way of where I want it. So hopefully I won't have to use this. Daybreak Chains though, or Shanaze. Yeah, we'll call it Daybreak Shanaze. Pierce damage to one foe. I've got a slash damage to one foe that ignores defense. Now I have a pierce damage that ignores defense. Yeah. And if I get up to 25, Thunderclap Cabriole. It's a pierce damage to paralyze. Okay. Next up will be Pulsing Noir because I would like to build up her technique. Hinako is my damage dealer, it seems. Attack and technique seem to be dealing with damage. Support and defense seem to be dealing with buffing and healing skills. So yeah, technique will be the next one when I get 3 points. Yuri technique, strangely enough, even without all this defense, she's still one of the higher hit points total, which for Yuzu it feels odd. So get one more technique for that, and do I want to go for Pebble Shot or Ember Surveillant? Just checking what her attack skills were, and I'm going to go with a bit more in attack because Grape Wave and a couple of others are attack based. Her impact skills, the better ones, seem to be technique based, so really I would need both. Support is fine. Defense I don't really need with her right now. She's got the highest defense and hit points anyway. So let's go with attack and technique. So what do we get? Swiftberry increases in one ally's speed. Seems simple enough. And Clover, which increases an ally's status ailment resistance. Also gives a little bit of an ether gauge charge. That's the gauge charge isn't actually that bad. It's not special in any way, but it could be useful. And Lime. Well, the 1 point in attack is definitely going there. As for what else, let's have a quick check of her skills. Yeah, same again. The stronger skills for her pierce damage are technique based, while the heart damage things are attack based. But since I use her pierce damage attacks more, we're going to go with technique. Do need to work on these two as well with her She does have the lowest defense and hit points, and her MP and luck, I don't believe her MP is the highest, even without that. So her luck isn't great. Yeah, we'll go with this. So Despairing Coldness decreases one enemy's defense and speed. It's a technique type attack as well, so it likely increases the amount of time that the debuff is in effect. Fear Flame, slash damage to one enemy. And Dear Belly, which cures all status ailments by throwing Mr. Bear into the air, with a small ether gauge increase. That one I think is more useful than the ailment resistance. I know it's a bit more reactive than proactive, but if the enemy's not going to do those types of attacks, the status ailments, do you really need to protect against them? I haven't seen a whole lot. Mostly because I haven't been getting hit, but still. So 43. So you're going to be going technique in the next 3 levels, you're going to be going attack, and you're going to be going technique. Seems like I've got the plan going forward. Just need those points. So who am I going to hang out with for the last one? There's no missions to be done. I've reported my activity. Apparently there's someone at the front gate for me. Oh, it's Kai in the rain. Without an umbrella. Climbing a tree. As someone who's sort of indifferent about the rain as well, I can understand where she's coming from. I'm regularly going out into the rain without an umbrella or any sort of protection. Yeah, sometimes not even a coat. Yes, I'm a bit silly sometimes. Anyways, since it's raining, we're likely not going to be able to do anything outside. So we need someone inside that is going to be interacted with. Let's go with Fumio. Actually, that will need to be next time. I just realised that now that I've done the now that I've handed in the reporting of the thing, after today, the next part starts. We've got 11 supporters. There is one more that we need to get. We've already seen one of her fragments. Yeah, we're going to go delve in a little bit more into Mao. And this one, from what I've seen, just a little bit of the start of it, it's going to be a bit intense. So next time we're going to spend a little bit of time with Fumio, and then we're going to dive right in. Until then, have a wonderful day, have lots of fun. Goodbye.